You're listening to Rod and Style Radio, the latest podcast brought to you by rodandstyle.com, which is where you can find links for merch, videos from our YouTube channel, along with stories and tech talk from some of the greatest folks in the culture. So grab the wheel, it's about to get wild. You've tuned in to Rod and Style. Welcome to Rod and Style Radio.
Just throw it
Lane
back.
is about to eat a handful of fucking dirt.
Yeah. I just want to see your face as you do it. Don't spit on this nice.
It's not while he does it. It's the after effects. Because his mouth is going to go numb. The whole fucking thing. The whole fucking thing. Get it all done at once. Do it. Do it. Do it all at once.
Hold on.
That was the most terrible thing I've ever had in my life.
So, was it worse than Malort?
If you put Malort in the ground and then ate it like it was mud.
Just give it about 15 minutes. You'll be like, now I understand.
Oh, that was terrible. But, yeah. We're just sitting on the floor of the new house. Mm-hmm. And had nothing better to do today than build a bed and eat a handful of grass and mud.
Yeah. So, a great Thursday.
Oh, yeah. We've actually been in the house just under a week, and now we have our second house guest. Azrieal, welcome.
Why, thank you, sir. I'm glad to be here.
No, I figured we'd give all of our listeners an update as to what we've got going on and what we've got coming up in October and November.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on. We are going to be getting ready to go to Evil Shindig this next week. We're going to be driving up there. That's going to be a lovely, lovely fucking long drive. It's 16, 17 hours. And then we have Atomic Prom. And then we have a bunch of other shit. We're just really packed with a lot.
Well, yeah. So when folks actually get a chance to listen to this episode, we will probably already be on our way to Evil Shindig.
Probably, yeah.
Well, most people listen to it on Mondays,
Yeah,
but
that's
then
what I'm saying.
we still do have a lot of people who just download it and listen to the episodes later on. So we'll probably be on the road right now. So go ahead and call Sama. She wants you to bother her while she's driving. I'll be asleep in the back of this rental car.
No. I don't know. It depends on what time they listen to it. Is it when it's nighttime? Because if it's nighttime, you're driving because I'll fucking run us off the road. I can't see at night.
Azrieal, how well do you drive at night?
Oh, I love driving at night. Normally, well, my commute to work is 12 hours. So, normally I'll leave on purpose to drive nothing but night.
I enjoy it when there's no other cars on the road.
Well, most of my commute is through Texas. So, that's the whole reason why I choose to drive at night, because few people are out unless you get to Houston, and then you're fucked either way. It doesn't matter if it's daytime or nighttime. You're fucking jacked.
Yeah. I think one of the worst traffic I ever drove through was I was just barely learning how to drive and graduated from high school, and my parents decided to drive to Florida to go to Universal Studios.
Nice.
We spent a week in Florida. Driving home from Florida we all just wanted to be home. So it was one of those things where we all took turns driving just so we didn't have to stop.
Yeah.
And when it was my turn to drive, the one guy that has
the least amount of experience.
License for all of a week at that point. We hit the worst traffic in Houston at like 5 a.m. So everybody was going to work.
Oh, yeah. So it's, I'm doing 80, I'm doing 80, I'm doing 90, I'm doing 90, I'm doing nothing. Fucking stop!
Exactly. Yeah. So, man, I still have like dirt like finding its way down the back of my throat right now. I feel like Mother Earth just had her way with me.
Yeah.
You just deep throated her dong.
Yeah. It's just a very earthy taste. So folks, if y'all are wondering what the hell I'm talking about, Azrieal brought us these wonderful herbal supplements. Mm-hmm. I sound like a fucking hippie that just did a bunch of drugs.
It's called
exactly.
Feel Free.
Feel free.
And that's exactly how I felt about all this shit. It's like, oh, that's hippie shit. It doesn't do anything. And, working offshore, we don't have the option to do any of the fun stuff. And one of the kids that came out, he was like, oh, man, try this. It'll help you out. It'll make you feel better. I was like, oh, this is bullshit. It's hippie. I'm going to drink this, and it's going to do nothing but taste horrible, and it's just going to ruin my night. Yeah, 15 minutes into it, I'm like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. I feel it now. I understand. It's like the hippies are on to something.
If only they would be onto a bath.
Yeah. Yep. A bath and a razor.
Speaking of hippies, one of my favorite shirts I found today in that pile of clothes that we have.
Oh, is it Death to Hippies?
Yeah. Yes. This episode brought to you by Scratch's Garage. It's my Rod and Style shirt, Death to Hippies.
I know that is one of your favorite shirts.
I found it today. I was so happy. So, folks, like I said, call Sam. She wants to hear from you while she drives.
Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. The only thing I want is for people to support me while we go up there because I have to compete, and that I haven't done that in a couple months. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're competing in the pinup contest for what, Miss Evil Shindig? Is that what they're calling it? Mm-hmm. And, we've been so inundated with this move that we haven't prepared for hardly anything.
No, we literally moved in, and now 2 weeks later, we're going to be gone for a week. Like, all of our clothes isn't even out, and we have to literally throw it in a suitcase and then drive 17 hours and go to a show.
I'm just going to buy clothes when I get to Indiana.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey, that works.
But, yeah, I'll be competing for Miss Evil Shindig. If I win, I get to bring home $500, which is basically gas, and a pretty crown.
You know, it'd be great is if we could just get sponsors to cover our expenses, and then you don't have to win $500 to get us back home.
Well, yeah, that's why we'll have sponsors again next year.
We will, or we'll hitchhike to Evil Shindig, one or the other.
All right, whatever works first.
And then we come back. Mm-hmm. We will be seeing the Misfits at the end of this month.
Yeah, and then we have my birthday, which is also Chewy's show.
Yeah, his show is the weekend before your birthday.
It's literally 2 days before my birthday.
So, Dia de los Customs coming up. I don't have the flyer in front of me, so Chewy, don't fucking hate me, all right?
Hey, we mentioned it. What's up?
Yeah. You can go find everything on the internet.
Yeah, and then the week after that, we have Atomic Prom and Pistons and Paint. Those happen on the same day, but we will be... we'll be at both. We'll be at Pistons and Paint to promote Atomic Prom and where we're going, and then we're going to be at Atomic Prom hosting as well as going live there. Yeah,
so we got asked earlier this year to be the MCs for Atomic Prom. So we're stoked to do that. There's several bands that are going to be playing. They're going to have a winner.
They're gonna have the Go-Gorillas. I just remember that name because that name was funny to me.
I think that's Patty's like friends. Like, didn't she say she's friends with them?
Possibly. Our order was picked up. What's up?
Yeah, so
Nice.
we're hanging out in podcast land waiting for Chili's to get delivered. Chili's, please sponsor our podcast.
But yeah, so they have that at a time. So they're gonna have the Go-Gorillas, and I'm so sorry I don't remember all of them. But we're gonna be also giving away best dressed, and it can go to either male or female, or them. I have to include that in there.
Of course.
Yeah, duh. But so somebody can win that, and then we're gonna have just a runner up. But I think
An honorable mention.
an honorable mention. Sorry. So we'll have that. I'll be making the sashes for that because, as you know, or as some people don't know, I made the sash for Miss Invasion this year when I passed my crown. And so yeah, and I guess now I'm going into sash making.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once we get your sewing room set up, you'll be a seamstress within a week.
Yeah, I want to learn because I want to learn how to make clothes.
Oh, so give your shout outs to the new Miss Invasion.
Oh, that would be Dana. She goes by Little Darling Dana on Instagram, I believe. But yeah, she won. She was wearing an amazing outfit made by Billy Joe Retro.
Retro, yeah.
Yeah, they made her outfit. It was cute. It was a two-piece. She got to rip the skirt off and it was shorts. I love that. But no, I'm really happy for her, and she's also a Basset Hound mom. So how else can I not say no?
Of course, it's just.
But no, she did really good. It was a lot. It was a lot of craziness. This year was definitely a lot more competitive than my year. Thank God. We had 15 or 14 girls. That was a lot. My year, we only had 10. So that was a lot of craziness, but it was pretty good competition. I liked it. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, so Azrieal, we're at Trees. That's the bar that Invasion is hosted by. And they had so many girls in the pinup contest that you couldn't see all of them from the floor.
Holy hell.
They had 2 rows of girls that had to line up, and everybody was trying to clap for their favorites, and yeah, it was nuts. There's like 15 girls there for the pinup contest. So yeah, it was definitely a lot more packed this year.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about these pinup competitions, even me just learning about them and competing in so many, is that you'll have a certain amount of girls say that they're going to go, and then you don't always expect all 15 or all 16 to show up. This just so happened to happen, and it was weird because we were expecting only 12 or 13 that were confirmed. So then it's like, oh, okay, cool. So that's all we got. And then it's like, no, I'm here too. It's like, fuck, how are we going to fit all of y'all on the stage?
What was the last car show that you went to, Azrieal?
It's been a long time since I've been to a car show. The last car event I went to, I think, was with y'all. It was at Mellow Mushroom.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
When we were doing our Whistle and Wolf hangouts when Rust Culture Project was still a thing.
Old.
Old. Very old.
That was
Yeah.
years ago.
If anybody out there that listens to the podcast, because I have had a few people reach out and say, hey, I used to listen to the Rust Culture Project. Azrieal
Just kidding.
was actually a guest on the podcast. And that's back when we first met. He came and hung out in the garage. Like, that's where we were recording at, was in the garage.
Yep, we were building shit and making stories.
Yep. Yeah, Azrael's helped me out with a few projects. Pulling home that Buick was the worst, though.
Yeah, that was a day in itself. Those Buicks both were a feat.
Yeah.
That first one was just heartbreaking, but We're moving up now. We're moving up.
Yeah, so 54.
Is it that one, that blue one that you had?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that dude, Billy.
Yeah, the quadruport that is no more. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that 54 just went to shit. I think we were calling it the Peep Show. It turned out to be a shit show.
Yeah. Hardcore. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I even had video of Azrieal cutting the roof off of it and then just kind of scratching his head like, what the fuck are we going to do with it now? And then the 55 that I got in place of the 54, it was a shit show as well.
Now that one, the body was actually straight on that one. It was good to go. It just the lack of availability of tools and the fact that I have to live a fucking hour away from civilization doesn't help anything either. So it's like, hurry up and get the fuck up here so we can do something. But once we get up here, we only have this amount of time and like 5 tools to work with. All right, let's do this. Well, fuck. All right.
It's like, do you have a welder? No, I got super glue.
We have duct tape.
Lots of it. Lots of it. I think it was working on that 55 was the first time I got a chance to use a plasma cutter.
Yeah.
That was, Azrieal showed me how to use a fucking torch. That was really fucking cool. There's been a lot of learning experiences on really terrible fucking cars.
Aww.
Well, that car really wasn't terrible. It was a good start for somebody that wanted a long-term project. It wasn't something to get and like, I'm gonna have it on the fucking road Tuesday at 9.
No.
Yeah. And it definitely could have been something really cool eventually, but yeah, you needed something that you could get in and actually drive and enjoy, because if you don't have something you can get in and drive and enjoy, you're gonna fucking lose focus and it's just going to suck the life right out of you.
Well, yeah, you get into a kind of a rut where you're just constantly working and then you feel like you're not making any sort of progress. And it takes a certain type of person to be able to do that. Work forever and, get about an inch within the, when you're trying to go a mile.
Yeah. And I'm really bad about that with my own shit, because I at the time I was building everybody else's, and I'd start go back home and start working on my own, and I would see something and man, I would get it done, but in the process of getting that one part done, I'd see 5 other things that I'm like, hey, while I'm here. And it just snowballed into, well, it's been 5 years, and I've been working on that 51. Now I'm working on it for, somebody else actually bought it, because I'm working offshore. I don't have time to do jack shit. But it's done. Everything's brand new on it. And all I'm doing right now is, getting everything buttoned up and, running and driving for the new owner. So at least I get to drive it and, have one hurrah in it before it disappears.
Yeah. What, I remember a while back, we were in the old house, last time you came and visited. And you had done the steering wheel for it.
Yeah.
And then you had painted, I think, the firewall to match with that. It was like a purple.
Yeah, it was a custom candy mix that I had mixed. I started with I just looked around the shop, see what I had sitting around, and I had several different candy concentrates around that I've had from different projects. And originally I was going to paint the car lime gold, and I started painting it that way, and then I don't know, after going to work and coming back, a couple months later, it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And so I sat in the shop, and I get very manic about, working on things. Once I get into it, that's all I can do, and I'll do it for 48 to 96 hours before I'll go to sleep, depending on what I'm doing. And I went out in the shop, and I had some Voodoo Violet from House of Color, and I sprayed a couple coats of it, and it just looked like Barney fucking threw up, and I was like, that's not gonna work. That's fucking horrible. And so, I started doctoring it up, and I had mixed Voodoo Violet with some wild cherry and some candy apple, and I put a blue pearl in it. And I sprayed, 4 coats on, and it just turned out beautiful. It was a violet, but with the blue pearl in it, man, out of the sun, it was like a really, really deep violet, almost a black. And then in the sun, it just really livened up into a really bright, popping violet, and it works so well with that car because it's teardrop shaped. The windshield itself is, you can't fit a Gatorade bottle between the dashboard and the top of the windshield. And I laid the rear of the roof all the way back. I extended the rear quarters 10.5 inches, so it gives that look of what you used to see, the drawings in the back of the hot rod magazines versus, the cars. They were cooler, they were exaggerated, and, they looked really cool. But you go, earlier in the magazine to the feature of the car, and you're like, well, that's kind of disappointing. Well, I decided to build the drawing instead of build the car. And, that color just, it really works out for it. Hopefully, in the next 2 days, I'll get to spray more of that color. And the whole drivetrain of that car is actually lavender. So the candy and the lavender really offset each other really well.
One of our sponsors for the custom couple is Messenger Custom Paint. And Messenger, that guy, he is just rad. Every time I, jump on Facebook, he's mixing up another badass color. Mm-hmm. He's doing a lot of work with Orion Paints. Have you heard of them or checked them out at all?
Yeah, I've worked with Orion Paint. Anybody that makes any kind of paint, I'm all about trying, just for the simple fact that, the different company can make the same color, and one can be just slightly better than the other depending on the materials they use. So I like to try out everybody, especially new guys, old companies, just to see, because I love color. I love making new colors. I love to be able to paint something and get out in the sun, and everybody, hey, what's that color? Where did it come from? What is it? How can I get it? So I've tried a little bit of everything. Now there's so many people in the paint game making paint that it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, no, I can imagine with anything really, like a lot of the aesthetics of custom culture are coming around a lot more again. I feel like, we go through these phases of, what's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
And 1 year it'll be chopped vehicles, and the next year it'll be, extravagant paint jobs. And the year after that, everybody's going to have a set of 13s for their car.
Yeah.
It's like, everybody wants to try to do lowrider shit, or everybody, it just goes in these cycles.
Yeah, history's always going to repeat itself, especially in the custom world. And the longer you're in it, the more you'll see, the history come up, but people modernize the history with, whether it be new parts or trying to streamline an old process. And it's kind of cool when you start to actually look at the newer builders that come out that try to streamline a process that was done 50 years ago by guys smoking cigars and working in a shop no bigger than maybe a 1-car garage. And it's kind of fantastic to see what people can come up with now by using the old processes, because it's all pretty much the same. Yeah. No matter how you look at it, no matter what tools you're using, it's all pretty much the same. I mean, beating steel is beating steel.
Welcome back, Sam.
Hi. Why you gotta throw me out like that? I've been here this entire time.
I've been here the whole time.
Yeah.
No, our food showed up, and Sam is the wonderful hostess that she is. She jumped off of here and was like, "I'm gonna set this tray up. I'm gonna put this food out." And
well, yeah, it's food.
Yeah.
Of course I am.
yeah,
I was here this whole time. I don't know what you're talking about. The DoorDash person came inside and set all this shit up.
oh yeah,
They knew where to go.
That's some fucking service.
Hell
right there.
yeah.
I'm just over here on the floor of the lounge right now.
This
chilling.
isn't the lounge. The lounge is
I
in the
know.
front of the house.
Yeah, we haven't set up the lounge yet, folks. I was trying to be secretive about it, but Sam just throws everybody under the bus.
Duh.
It's full of boxes still, because we
Yeah.
still have unloading to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good from that fucking mud water.
I told you.
I can see because you're all relaxed. You're like, let me lay on the floor.
He's melting into the carpet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's going
No,
to put
I'm
his
good.
head on the fucking plant, the little flower planter that fucking Jimmy Dean found.
Oh yeah, go outside with the damn dog this morning, and somewhere he found a planter, one of those little ceramic planters, and brought it into the yard. I don't know where he found it, and then this evening he grabs it up in his mouth and runs in the house with it.
Yeah, he wanted to show me his prize.
Yeah, he always does that. Anytime he gets something new, he runs straight to Sam with it. Mm-hmm. So, do we want to tell people that February is coming?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so February's coming. You're turning 50.
I'm not turning 50. My birthday is in February, though.
Yeah,
but I am not turning
It's right,
50.
it's right before Valentine's Day. So everybody can blow up your fucking messages. No, so February is going to be Starbird for 2023. And I don't know yet. I'm still deciding. A lot of people say I should, but I may be competing for Miss Bubble Top 2023. And that'll also be the first time we've gone to the show. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's my year. I feel like it's me to go and, bring home the crown. But I don't know. I'm still deciding.
We're going to make sure that Azrieal is not out on a ship that weekend.
Yeah. Hopefully this next year I will actually not work as much as I have been this year and the year before that. I'm looking forward to actually, doing some shit that I enjoy.
I think we're going to get a van
Yeah.
and live down by the river. No. No, I think we're going to get a van. We're going to rent a van and get a bunch of South Texas people to go to Oklahoma with us.
Yeah, and we're going to bring rapey ducks.
Rapey ducks. Shout out to Luke. Luke is now living in Oklahoma.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that. We should go fuck with him on our way to Evil Shindig.
We're going to go pick his ass up. And he's
Okay.
listening to this podcast right now. So, Luke, go ahead and text Sam because she wants a lot of text messages while she drives. As we are on our way to Indiana.
I will take all the ducks except the rapey one till he rapes your face.
Oh, God. So our friend, a little bit of a backstory here. Our friend Luke has ducks.
And some of them are rapey.
Some of the males are a little aggressive.
They're rapey.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was a conversation one day.
I've seen the videos.
Yeah. Yeesh.
Who's taking these videos?
He is. He sent him a
Somebody-
video of him running. Like, the girl would sit, and then the boy would get right on her, and he'd try and, like, hump her, and then she'd get up and run away, and he would follow her, and it was the funniest shit ever.
You know, like hanging out on the strip in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
You sit too long, you might get humped.
Yeah. Shout out to Brass. You sit too long, you might get roofied.
Oh, my God.
We got her, folks. We got her.
Damn it. I hate you. But yeah, so besides that, yeah, that's kind of the plan. I think we're gonna. Well, I don't think. I know we're gonna go to Starboard now because we've said it 3 times. I've noticed if we explain anything or talk about anything just between each other more than 3 times, it's gonna happen. So apparently, we're going to Starboard next year.
That's how we ended up at Beatersville and now Indiana.
Pretty
Evil
much.
Shindig.
Pretty much, we just kept saying it, and I waited to the last second to do everything, like, hence get the fucking hotel and get the fucking rental that we needed. But I did it all. But yeah, so we're going to go to Starboard next year, and I may or may not compete for Miss Bubble Top 2023. I don't know. I'm still deciding.
We're also in the works of having a booth.
Yes.
So we actually had a couple friends of ours say that they would help us out if we do get a booth, which means we're going to be possibly setting up everything for Rod and Style.
Yeah, so we'll have some really cool shirts and merch from Rod and Style. We'll also have our shirt that we currently have.
Maybe something new by then.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
I don't know yet. We're still trying to figure that out. But, you know, that'll just give us more opportunity to meet more people, do some cool shit, and, you know, come home with all the stories to tell.
Absolutely. Oh, shout out Gnarly Magazine, Barnes & Noble.
Yes.
You can go to Barnes & Noble and get Gnarly Magazine right now, which is super rad. And then the new issue of Speed and Culture just came out as well.
Yep.
So print media is making a really cool comeback with some really cool people.
Nice.
So definitely go get your hands on this shit. If you don't know how to do that, just message us. We'll put you in the right direction somehow.
Or,
We
you
have
know,
hookups.
or, you know, you could also just sign up for the issues from Speed and Culture, and you can get them mailed to your door.
There you go. Subscribe.
You don't even have to fucking go anywhere.
I like
I've,
that.
I've learned how much more I like things being delivered to me than me having to go get them.
Buying this house, like, fucking shit just shows up on our front porch like every other day.
Because I don't
Nice.
remember what I ordered, okay? I don't ever remember what I ordered. And then I'm like, it's a surprise, really.
Yep, I'm
It's
right there
Christmas.
with you because I'll order shit when I'm offshore on the boat, completely fucking forget about it and come back and I'm like, holy hell, where'd all this come from?
Yeah, that literally happened today. I came up to the door and I felt so bad. There was 6 packages stacked. And I was like, oh, I don't know what any of this stuff is. I was like, oh, well, we'll see.
Oh, and another fun facts about moving. The other night we got a phone call.
Why you gotta throw me out like that with the packages at the other house?
Yeah. There's packages at the other house, and the people who bought our old house
Called
were
you.
nice enough to call me and let me know, like, hey, you've got stuff over here.
Y'all got shit. Gotta come back.
Get your shit out of my yard.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No,
Stay
he was
off my
super
grass.
nice. He was super nice. And he's like, no, I just want to let you know you got packages here with your wife's name on it. I was like, oh, all right. We'll be over there tomorrow. He's like, I'm not there. I'll see you this weekend. I
Damn.
was like, okay.
Put you in check. Oh, so that means you gotta tell Abe to swing by the old house.
Yeah, I'm going to carpool with my bestie.
With your little. No, I wouldn't be saying bestie. You got like 10. I don't know. You're gonna break all their hearts. You're gonna break Luke's heart. You're gonna break Mini Matt. You're gonna break. I don't know who else.
It's funny. Like, getting to hang out with Azrieal again is just awesome because Azriel's one of my oldest friends. You know, when we were starting the old media company and doing the old podcast, and then come back around, you know, after being on a boat for 4 months. You were out on a fucking boat?
Yeah, I was out since to mid-May, and I got back, last week.
Then the last time we saw you before that was when we went and ate Thai food.
Yeah.
That's back when we still had the Model A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool because Sam was driving the Model A and doing 90 miles an hour, and I'm in the Nissan behind her, and she's pulling away from me, and I'm doing 90 miles an hour. Ugh. Yeah, that thing was zippy.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to get another zippy car.
No.
Why?
No, because then you're like, I don't want this.
No, I had this whole conversation today. You have your custom Buick, and I'm going to have a zippy car.
No, because then I will drive it, and you get my car, and I don't want you to have my car.
I don't want to drive the Buick.
I'm not saying you are going to drive. I'm just saying, no, I'm going to want your zippy car, because those are fun to drive.
She wants all the cars.
Exactly.
I want one of everything.
Yes.
Well, that was exactly what I told Luke today. I was like, I want one of everything. I want Sam to have her custom. Mm-hmm. I want a zippy little hot rod.
Sam to also have a zippy car.
A zippy little hot rod. Fuck it. We'll get a monster truck and put it in the backyard.
Fuck no. You've overstepped your boundary.
No, but I do want like a.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. I was already told no, folks.
No.
No. We'll get a Monte Carlo or something. Have a lowrider.
Yeah.
No, that's.
Or was the Buick that everybody wanted those years because they were like super fucking fast? The Grand National.
Oh, the Grand National. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Do that. Have a little race car.
No.
One muscle car.
No.
Probably Sam will have a Mustang at some point.
Fuck you.
You keep telling me no. I'm just going to start giving you reasons to say no.
No.
Oh, remember when Azrieal came to the house
did.
last time and had that fucking monster truck Mustang?
Oh my God. I was so hoping you were going to pull up in that. And I was like, oh, where is it?
No, it's gone. It is no more. Yeah, I got bored, and I originally bought this car to turn into a drift race car. Just something fun to play with, and if it hits a wall, whatever.
Normally they aim themselves for crowds.
Yeah. Yeah. I know how to prevent that, and it's a little thing called suspension, people. But I got bored, and I was sitting in the garage, and I was like, you know what would be cool? A Cherry 2000 new Mustang. I thought that movie was cool. It was Melanie Griffith. She had an off-road Mustang. Fuck it, let's do it. So, just so happens I had some Jeep wheels sitting in the corner, which... same bolt pattern as Mustang. It was like it was meant to fucking be. It already had coilovers on it because I was turning into a drift race car, so I wound them fuckers all the way up, lifted it 3 inches. It's like, all right, we're halfway there. So I ripped the front bumper off of it. Well, I ripped the front bumper off of it previously by doing something else I probably shouldn't have been doing, but it was quite fun. And I had a Raptor bumper sitting in the corner, so I narrowed it and I put it on the front, and I was like, that looks pretty fucking cool. All right, let's go out and fuck with people. And that's how it became.
One of the best stories that he told me about that damn car was when you had some little rice burner following you, and then you took it down a dirt road, and that little, was it a Nissan or a Mazda or something, couldn't keep up with you?
It was a little Hyundai.
There you go.
I was coming back from the next town over from where I live, and there was a shortcut. Instead of stopping at the stop sign and turning right, there was a shortcut that a lot of cattle guys take with their trailer so they don't have to make that sharp turn. And I was like, fuck it, I'm in a lifted Mustang. I got 3 inches higher than normal. I'm running 32-inch tires. I should be able to do it. So, I slow down to about 55, and I take this little, 2-pass. It was only probably maybe a quarter of a mile long. But there was this little Hyundai, trying to follow me through all the twisties and things like that, which, I was running coilovers. I tuned the suspension. The car would handle really well. And I took it. Well, he decided, hey, a Mustang can do it. I can do it too. Yeah, not so much. I was probably about 500-600 feet, ahead of him. And all I saw was a cloud of fucking dust. So, I stopped and I went back and I was like, hey, man, you all right? And his wife was in his ass with both feet. And he's trying to, basically calm her down, tell her it's going to be all right. And, I'm not stupid. And then, shortly thereafter, it was like, no, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. And I was like, all right, I'm gone. Y'all are both alive. I'm out. I don't need this. But yeah, that was a fun day. So after that, I decided to put a sticker across my rear windshield that says I do stupid shit. Don't follow me.
I think a lot of people at the car shows need that same sticker.
Oh yeah.
All right, folks. Well, we are going to enjoy all of this food that Sam slaved over, and we'll let y'all get back to your normal lives. As always, thank you for listening to Rod and Style Radio. Thank you for supporting the Custom Couple. We are the culture's favorite couple.
Duh.
And, you can find all of this cool shit at everything to do with Rod and Style. They've got Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We will be back on the YouTube channel soon after we get the lounge set up and we actually have everything where it's supposed to be in this house. But until then, I guess we're just going to stay wild.
Duh. Sorry, just a quick update. I have now been backed by Midget Mike to go for Miss Bubble Top. So now I think I
Evil Midget.
Evil. Well, no, I like Midget Mike. Better for me.
Magic Mike.
Magic Mini Mike. There we go.
No.
Damn it.
Mike Cook, shout out. If you haven't listened to that episode yet, you definitely need to go check out last week's episode with Johnny Harris. Johnny Harris is actually working on getting us a really cool guest for the show.
Oh, nice.
So it's not solid yet, so I don't want to say anything just yet. But
I mean, we have a pretty cool one lined up. We can't say anything about him yet. But I mean, he's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, this month we've just been lined up with several really cool people. Like I said, Johnny Harris was our first house guest. Came in from Atlanta, or flew in from Atlanta. He's actually from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yeah.
But stayed with us for the first night we were actually living in the house.
Yeah.
He actually showed up the next morning.
We were only in the house for about
4 hours.
About 4 hours until he showed up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was fun. And then now we've been talking to Mike about coming, and we've got a lot of guests that are not only in the custom culture world, but also just in the mid-century world. So,
well, yeah. So we've got just really awesome stuff coming up, and Chuck is so stoked.
But more importantly, I have support from Miss Bubbletop now.
Oh, yeah. We'll probably, I would say within the next couple weeks, we'll probably have you completely sponsored for that.
I don't know about all that.
Let's make it happen, people.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, if you would like Sam to be Miss Bubbletop, please send her all the text messages you can while she is driving.
Don't fucking do that. If you're gonna text me, send me money because I can still, for Miss Evil Shindig, they're doing People's Choice. So, yeah, if you give me money, that's more money for People's Choice.
People's Choice Award.
Yeah, it's like, hey, And sometimes the girls win more than the actual Miss Evil Shindig. Now, that doesn't mean I don't want to win that, but hey.
We want to win everything, folks.
I'll take a win where I get one.
A clean sweep.
There you go.
Yeah.
But, all right, I'm hungry, so we're going to go because if I let any of you talk any much longer, I'm not going to eat, and I've been waiting, so I want to go eat.
All right, folks. And all things custom. Keep it cool.
Bye.